Hi guys, I am ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. We've got this cool new intersection here and we'll keep a little bit of an eye on it. I think it's going to work just fine. This is obviously very busy considering it's the interchange to our kind of motorway, but it's also a spot where people are filling up with fuel. So lots of vehicles are running through here. Train is waiting too long. That one is okay. I don't mind that. So in this episode, we've got a few things to do. We need to get this sorted out. So currently we are paying experts to clear this thing out, and then we need to rebuild it lickety-split. Because we are now, of course, not providing raw coal or to the to our various facilities over here where we're processing it into our requirements. I think we have a reasonable buffer, though, so I don't think we're too worried about it. Yeah, we've got a reasonable buffer. That can sustain us a little bit. So I'm not too worried about that. We'll continue to do this. This has been pretty costly, to be honest. But anyway, we'll continue to at least do the demolition. We want to expand over here, get a train to start running from this area to this area over here. And then we also need to probably add a few more facilities in here. And then my plan is to start really laying out this town over here. And if you have a name suggestion for our town on this location across the river from Vasistavi and where our nuclear facilities will be located, please do leave that in the comments down below. Okay, now, let's get back to this. Sorry, I'm a little bit all over the shop at the moment. Okay. There's a lot of new buildings being built in here, but I'm thinking, let's have a quick look. If we do, kind of just broadly speaking, what's our situation with criminality like? I don't think we can actually see that over here. Our productivity is still pretty good. Happiness, oh, it's under happiness where we'll start to see criminality being a thing, right? We'll see it there. Crime is affecting quite a few people. Unable to get electronics is affecting quite a few people. That's and it's quite a substantial impact actually. But the rest I would say is reasonable. Starving, 1.3 people, 1.3%. Well, that's a drop. 425 people are affected by being starving. Let's quickly have a quick look at that. That's a pretty bad one. Happiness satiated. We want it to be nice and wide like that. Over here, I think we've recently made some updates here, so that should be okay. Pop over here. All of this is pretty good. 99 is fine. It's when it drops under 99 where I start to have a little bit of a problem. This is all at 100. So I guess it's very minor amounts of people maybe not getting it. Electronics, yes, I know, because we don't necessarily have, you know, crazy amounts of electronics available all the time. It's something that we'll build up to. It is impacting happiness, but it's not a big deal here, right? Electronics, my goodness, lots of people struggling with electronics. Are we even delivering electronics here? I think we need to. There are... We do have electronics somewhat available. But anyway, don't... I'm not going to be worried about that too much. Now, we see that there is a bit of crime issues. What we will do is let's quickly build a police station in this area also, because I think it's important for us to continuously provide additional police stations. I think something like that's going to be just fine. We could even squeeze it in. Just over here. That's fine. We'll start construction on a police station there. And that's okay. I might just pay for that, and so that the building can get its construction moving over there. Okay, good stuff. Now, how many people do we have here? A reasonable amount, but I think we need a little bit more. What I was thinking is I'm going to... Well, I guess we could just as easily run a little pathway up on that side because we won't be able to cross on this side. So I'm thinking something like that. Something like... Really? Like this. Oh, it doesn't want to... It has to. Come on. It has to. Really? Okay, well, let's... I'm sure we can make it work. Potentially if we switch off the snapping. We just run it. Really? It cannot squeeze in through there. Well, in that case, we will be running it up here instead. We'll do that. We'll do that. We will go ahead and pay for that one. At the same time, I want to try... I know I can just kind of do the basics here, but what I'll quickly do is I'll quickly fund the demolition of this. We'll create the path in here and we'll update it in this location. I just want to make sure we can do a reasonable extension here. Okay, let me just do that. Yeah, thank you. We'll do that, and we will do that. We'll pay for that, and then all of that will be back up and running as it was. Okay, and I guess that actually looks pretty cool. And then it means we can do another big slither of buildings over here. So let us quickly start adding another bunch of them. I'm kind of tempted to do these slightly larger buildings, just because maybe we'll actually only get the one run of them in here, right? Is there a variant of this that's a bit smaller? I guess there should be, right? Not really. So I guess maybe we'll just do something like that. With that in mind, we will run the pathway this way. Okay, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do... that. Before we do that, though, I'm guessing we need a little bit of support here with the with this guy, right? We're gonna need something like this. Okay, so actually, we probably will squeeze it in here. In which case, we will be getting rid of this one. Actually, squeezing it in like that is not necessarily the greatest. Where is this building? Cornoe Harbor should be fine. It's a substation, so stuff is without power. This thing is still going. My goodness, that's a crazy amount. Okay, so let's just go back, do that again. Grab this thing. You know what I'll do? I will clear out these two buildings and we'll make a little bit of room in between. All right. So give me this building yet again. Okay, and we'll kind of get it as close as possible. We'll do something like that, right? I think we'll do this, right? And then what we'll do is we'll grab an extra one of these and we'll squeeze it in into the middle over here somewhere. Something like that. I think that's fine. We will give it a road connection. Quite far enough away so that we can actually get the path through there. So there we go. That should do us for the path. So let's run the path up there. Beautiful. At the same time, we will run a path connection through here. We'll probably not tie it in like that. I guess that should be okay. And then what we'll do is we'll finish this one off over here where we can also tie in like so, right? Let's construct our paths. I'm happy with that. Okay, and then what we'll do is we'll grab just kind of normal pathways here to kind of tie them in on both sides. Do a little bit extra like this. Do like that. Do this and like that. This and like that. I think that's going to be okay. I might add another one like so, just so that we get reasonable connectivity to all of these things. Yeah, so that's okay. We'll pay for all those paths, and then the construction can start. We can bring in a few bits and pieces other than that. Oh, look, everybody is now walking to school via this path. Let's just see that all of this construction is in fact underway. Let's do that. Make sure all of that is working. This should be able to provide. Not actually showing us at the moment, but I guess that should be okay. What I would like to do. Ooh, who's this? Is this a? Did we start a train? Or is that train going that way? Yeah, that train is going that way. Okay, interesting. Okay, so that's fine. Let's do a little bit of tree planting here as well. What are we after? We're after maybe something like pine tree. So let's do that. We want to run a little row of pines down here. That's awesome. And we'll continue our pines around the corner here. Okay, and we'll do the other side as well. Maybe just a slither there. I guess that'll help us for now. That's okay. We'll do that. Perfect. So we'll get that going. Now, we should say quite a few people here. So I think I might set up the train connection so that we can make a start on that journey. So this station has nothing yet assigned to it. So let's quickly grab one of our new trains. Let's see what's going on over here. This is almost full. We can actually, actually, we've taken one out already. So we'll grab one of these trains, the oldest one, 1.17 years, 1.5, this one. So this one, please start by popping in to this facility, then popping in here and loading up on workers, please. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go all the way around here, and you're going to pop into this station, and you're going to unload all of your workers, please. And I guess that will be it, right? So let's do that. Let's look at this line, and let's start that journey over there. This line, we can call it. Guessing I've got an autosave. Wow, that's an interesting line name. Grad Canal Chem Workers. Oh wow, that should do the trick to tell us what that is. So hopefully that is going to add more workers to the mix. Now, this will just get better. Whether we'll add an extra train to it, I'm not convinced yet, but maybe it can accommodate two once we have kind of all of this stuff built and ready to go. But for now, slowly starting to feed things in. It's got electronics. It's got kind of everything it needs, really, including meat. So these guys should be reasonably well served. Okay, so this is serving all the way up to these two buildings. So these two buildings needs to be served from this side, and they are. Though I do note that we probably need a lot better pathing system for them on this side. So can we squeeze something in here? It's always my concern if we do this. I'm not the greatest at leaving enough space here. So what we will probably do is, instead of running along the road surface here, we will take something like a straight line approach right over there, and go and tie it, run it straight through here somewhere. What we'll do is we'll get rid of this pathway here, obviously being replaced by what we're adding now. We'll do that, we'll run all of those, and at the same time, we'll just tie this one back in there so it's got access. So now these guys should have pretty reasonable access, even all the way up to there has pretty reasonable access to this shopping center over here. That is pretty cool. On this side, we don't have such significant walking things. Let's have a quick look whether we can update this a little bit. I guess what we're saying is to the hospital there, to that part there and up here is pretty useful if we do something like this. Though it's not really giving us the option to get people to the shopping center. Pay for that. I don't mind spending a little bit of money on pathways. Now, it would have been great if we could run an extra path in through there, but anyway, that doesn't seem like it's wanting to happen. That's okay. I think everything else here is looking pretty good. Now, did we finish the deconstruction of this? So let's continue construction here and let's get cracking onto this straight away. So we want multiple guys working on it. It's like it'll cost about 7 million to deconstruct it as well. Anyway, we'll try and get it reconstructed fairly quickly. All of this is still underway. I mean, there's lots of construction activity still going on in this location. We're slowly building. We're slowly getting our rail construction around here. This guy has unable to find his way home, which is a little weird, to be very honest with you. Oh, it's this thing here that's causing us a little bit of a challenge there. Anyway, hopefully they'll sort themselves out. Yeah, so I guess this guy was just kind of waiting over there. That's kind of part of what that problem was. Things are moving pretty quickly over here. Let's quickly pop back into this direction. We've got a few things going. We're missing an ambulance. Right, so let's quickly see if we've got some ambulances that we can share. I might move one of these in here. Got a train waiting too long, I guess. Why is that? Let's just quickly double check what's going on here. You are running through there. That's okay. I guess that's going to be just fine. There's lots of activities happening here. So lots of construction activities going on. We're going to start planning out this one in just a little bit. Just want to see, quickly go back, get our vehicles. Any ambulances ready to go? Yes, we've got at least one. Is that it? Did we have any other? Oh, there's another. 2 ambulances ready to go. I guess I would like another couple of waste trucks to that facility over there as well. So let's quickly fly on over here back to Sasselgrad Canal. We added a new technical services over here, and it is in fact missing probably a couple of these guys. So let's add 2 more of them over here. Thank you. That should be good. And at the same time, we'll also go ahead and apply these 2 ambulances to our new clinic. Over there and over there. Good. That should be good. I wonder if we've got any kind of reasonable... this guy is not getting access to... Ooh. Okay, so we need another... Where, over here. I guess we'll need another... I think that spot might have been appropriate for it. Over here, over here we've got it. Actually, that's okay. So I guess we'll just get another one right over here that we can then tie into a variety of different things. So we'll go ahead and tie it in. I would like to push it back. Well, actually, if we do... It's not ideal. It's not ideal. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to have it fairly tight over here. I will pay for that. We will get the crews to construct this. At the same time, we'll run a little pathway through the middle here, which can tie into a number of different things here. Let us find one that runs through there. Good. I guess that will tie in like so. It can tie in. Why? This bothers me a lot that I can't build it here, right? I know there's stuff underground here, right? But it's not above ground, right? It's underground. This really bothers me that it's doing this, right? I'm gonna just clear out this one so I can quickly do a little bit of terraforming in this location here. My plan is that should help it, right? So if I do that, and I now grab this pathway and I run it through there, it's looking better. It's looking better. Okay. So now we'll go pathway through here. Huh? Why more infrastructure in the way here? It really bothers me. It's this thing, right? It's underground, guys. It's underground. Fine. Hopefully that does the trick. A little bit of raising there. Okay. Come on, autosave. Okay, back. Let's get that through there. Perfect. That's good. We'll get this one in there, and we'll tie in. My goodness. One little slither of stuff that's not working. Anyway, what we're going to do, we're going to run it closer here. This sometimes bothers me about this game is that we have this kind of stuff happening all the time, right? It should work. This annoys the hell out of me. There's nothing wrong in this location. I know there's something underground there, but heavens, can we just get it to run in that location? Please. I want it so close that it's not actually going to tie in. I think that's okay. Fine, now it's working. There we go. Can we please get this to tie in? Fine, that's okay. I'm happy with that. Let's leave it there. Pay for those. I'm not going to bother about that anymore. Okay, this should be okay. This should be okay. I'm hoping that should get all of that to get there. If we look at this, I think that's just about enough room for that one to get access to this one. We can squeeze something else on the corner here in due course if we need to. To get rid of that path and tie it in over there instead. Okay, so all of that's looking good. We could ultimately still run a few other bits and pieces here, but I guess that will be fine. We could have also... Yeah, I guess it's okay. It's okay for now. Okay, so we are getting all of these buildings built. We should see more and more people lining up here, and hopefully that means that we're getting more people ready to go at the chemical plant, right? That was the aim, right? So we're starting to see more people come in. So if we look at the chemical plant, we've got a mere 40 workers. So I'm assuming if we speed things up a little bit, I don't want to speed it up too much, but if we speed it up a little bit, hopefully we will see, what is this guy? This is the Susselgrad chemical workers. So I guess we need to actually assign an extra train to this mix. Because I mean, we're not adding enough people here yet. Just let's have a quick look how it works. What? Grad refinery. Why is the Susselgrad chemical workers train taking so long to come out of here? Oh, there it is. What? Okay, fine. It should run straight away. See? This is... Whoa, 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 whoa. So what is it doing? Oh! This is... We're looking for Sasselgrad Canal chemical workers. Sasselgrad Canal chemical workers. And let's see how many vehicles are in here. So Sasselgrad Canal chemical workers is in here at the moment, right? And there it goes, right? Picked up, yeah, a reasonable number. We're adding more people to the mix, right? I want to do some more facilities in there, make it look a little bit better. These can be pretty slow going. This is a distribution guy. Over at customs house. Okay, so it's going to go and get food from the customs house. Okay, interesting. Oh yeah, these guys are slow. Okay, so 200 odd people there. We should get another 150 being dropped off right now. Hopefully that means way more workers here. Let's plan it. That is the plan, right? So now it's going back. How many people on the platform right now? About 100. So I guess that means another train is due for that movement. So let's grab another one. We want the train that is oldest. This one is that one. So let's quickly assign that to a line. Set line, Sasselgrad Canal chemical workers. And let's make a start for that one, please. Yeah, let's get out there, do your thing. We have things built here. Another ones or twos are going. Lots of stuff ready over here. What are we building at the moment? Any police cars anywhere? Probably need a little bit more, so we'll pop them in a little bit closer, so when that police station is ready, we can add them. Okay, so that's okay. This should be under construction. Yeah, it is, but it's going to take a little bit of time, so we are going to see a little bit of a wait for that to finish off. These buildings are popping in. It's kind of wondering whether we do a couple of small buildings over here, only if they can reasonably get there, and I think they can. So let's just do a couple of small buildings on this side, and then we'll park it up on the other side. So let's grab... will they be able to get access there? Maybe. I don't think so. We might have to add another one there. So what we'll do is on the back side here, we'll kind of run the path like this, tie it in. Over there, right? And at the same time, we'll do something like this, right? So we'll do that. We'll get that built. So that kind of just encloses this loop a little bit. What it doesn't do is it doesn't allow you to continue straight through here, which is something that I was kind of wondering whether we do. I know it doesn't serve much of a purpose for us here, but anyway, we can do that. It just finishes off a little bit. Something like that. It just finishes it off, right? So it looks reasonable, right? Now you can actually walk around. That's good. Now let's get a couple of buildings that we can squeeze in here. We're going to go with something a bit smaller and something that has a reasonable quality. We want something that's not bad, but in the 90s would be better. 95. We've already got some of these buildings over there, but they're not the prettiest, right? Some of these maybe 86, 87, 70, 87. That's not bad. A brick flat like this. Let's just have a look. Come on, autosave. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It doesn't match our theme. These ones are 94. They're not too bad, actually. but I'm not a big fan of the road connection. But I think we can make it work. How many people in these? 87. I think 2 of them kind of. Right here, actually. We're going to be a little problematic with regards to getting to that. So I guess let's just do the 2 and fill other facilities in here. So I'm guessing something like that as a starting point. And then what we'll do is we'll tie these together and we'll do that. And I'm going to pay for this one. That's okay. And then what we'll do is we'll see about a little pathway. Can we? Yeah, we can. And run that pathway around all the way like so. Oh, that's pretty cool. And we'll run that pathway in here. Tie it in. So, tie it in. So, and we'll tie it in like this, and we'll tie it in like that. In which case, we'll start doing that the better. Good. So that should work. Now, I just wanted to double check quickly. Yeah, I can get to the shopping center. And can get to the shopping center. I don't think they'll be able to get here though. Yeah, so we will need another area where we can pick up some garbage. My view is this is pretty good actually. Yeah, we'll do that. We will pay for that slither because it'll almost never build. Actually, we didn't want that. We want these guys to come and build it. And at the same time, we will just grab that connection there and there. And once that's tied in, these guys should all have access. This guy now has access once that's done. This should... Let's just finish that off, please. Okay, so that's all good. Similarly, we might just run a little path down here to finish off this connection. And make sure we can tie in to the bus stop here. Also kind of get out to those areas. Actually, let's do another. Oh, man. Multiple crossing points here. We'll run it through there. Tie it in. Can we run it straight through here? We can. Good. I like that. That's pretty cool. We'll do that. Tie that in here. And then we'll slowly close it out to this direction. Okay. Let's do that. So at least there's multiple paths to kind of cut through these areas to at least facilitate and help these guys out a little bit more. We still have some trees and stuff in here, so that's pretty cool. That's a pretty nice little spot here. Hopefully we'll continue to see more and more people here. That's going to work this side. We've got the police station ready to go. I just wanted to check that it has access to... What? It has to have access to this, right? It does not. Okay, fine. We'll sort it out. Don't worry about it. So because that's a bit of a pathway, let's get a light and something, a light and a few things here. We did. Oh yeah, I like it. I like it. That's okay. Can we get this to tie in at all, please? Oh, please. It needs to be... Oh, it tied in? It tied in. Okay, fine. That's fine. Let's do that. That tie in there is sufficient, I think, to allow, yeah, all of that to work. Okay, at the same time, we're also... Ooh, that's actually a pretty useful connection. People are using it already. We want to then also just tie in over there, get that in there. And so at least we should now have access to, for this guy, get its garbage from over there. Perfect. Good. Let's get a couple of police cars out there. Well, I don't think it's built yet. We'll quickly have a look, one more look to see if that's there. I don't think it will be. It's a reconstruction activity. Police cars. Still a whiles down the road, so we'll We'll keep waiting. This is not a police car. This is a secret police car, is what we're classing those as. Okay, well, let's give it a while, and now let's start having a look at what's going on over here. So construction activities are pretty good, actually. Let's see about the rail construction. I guess it's they're working on these, right? Let's see, this one is not under construction. Is that a slither under? Oh, this is still under construction here. And then I guess this one is under construction. Okay, so these are under construction, and we'll slowly get them built, though they do take a bit of a while to get back in here. Where is my rail construction activities? They're not coming? Where are they? Anyway, before we get too carried away with this, okay, so our basic stuff in here. Wow, look at all of this already built. We're still working our way. We're not pausing, right? Working our way towards all of this stuff. This is under construction. Lessa is just, we only have a little bit of Lessa working here. We could start to pick up a little bit of the other guys. So let's make sure that happens. Okay, now. So for this area, I'm thinking we will need, I think, a completely new water setup, right? So if we quickly switch on this, right? So I'm thinking we want kind of a low point so that we can do a bit of sewage activity. So what do we have in terms of low points here? 1.4. What? 5. Is that really that low? Oh, so this is a bit of a... I must say, I think what we're going to do is we're just going to level out here a little bit. Level from center at maybe this 1.4 level here. Right, so the plan is that we up this a little. Yeah, this is going to be our spot right here. So if we grab that level, we'll need to kind of smoothen it out. But I guess this is where we should get our I guess this should be okay to kind of deal with that. Now, what we're hoping for in here is at least a little bit of sewage. So let's have a look at what we have on in terms of sewage treatment. I would very much like, what is this, small sewage treatment plant, tiny portable. I'm looking for a large one, right? Let's grab a large one. What can we actually process here? 100. No. We can process 80 per day. This one is 220. Is 80 going to be sufficient for this area by itself? I don't quite know. And now it kind of makes me wonder, maybe we should put it in here instead. We've got all of these things trying to run out this way. We'll have to run it along the side of the road there instead. We go underground. Okay, fine. What I'm going to do, yes, so instead of running this way, we're going to run in the other direction. So grab me this. We'll get rid of all of those. That's fine. That was kind of, the plan was to kind of move it in this way. But I'd rather level things out here a little bit from a low point. Still, I don't have this thing on. Low point here. It's pretty low. Okay. Grab me a level from center for, yeah, the 1 meter mark is what I'm after, right? We were to level things out here a little bit more so that we can actually make room here for a very low sewage treatment facility. So if the sewage treatment facility is lower than everything else around it, like what we're preparing here, it does actually give us a lot better options in terms of that sewage treatment or the pipes, right? The pipes, the gravity to make the pipes work is a little easier to deal with. So I guess something like this should really probably be sufficient. Train is waiting too long. That's okay. We'll get back to that one in due course. Quickly have that sewage treatment facility in place here. Okay, so if we did this, don't have a lot of vehicles. Here we're going to need to do a little bit more of the leveling. But yeah, this is a fairly effective way of doing it because it at least maintains the same level. We'll quickly run through that, get that working, and we'll at least start the process of getting the sewage going. Let's move it along. Want to be pushing it back this way a bit more. Ourselves a little bit more room, and then similarly we want to continue to move it in there a little bit so we have room for the road and stuff to come down. What we need to bear in mind is that we'll need to get people to work here, so we have to be workers fairly close by, or we'll have to bust them in here, all these kind of things. But I think this will be okay. And we still have enough room for kind of all of that power infrastructure. So I guess this is going to be about it. Close it out to about there. We'll bring it fairly close to here. We will give it a location there. So that's our sewage treatment plant in this area. And now what I want to do is I just want to try and average out this terrain a little bit. Because the idea is really that we do need to get a road to be able to come in here, and we don't want these kind of absolute massive ridges everywhere. It's okay on the one, really not that okay on the one side, but maybe a little bit, so that we can still construct something along there. But let's just do this. This looks a little bit more natural. Just spreading out that stuff a bit. Yeah, something like that should be okay. We can switch that off. It will look pretty normal, I think. And then what we can do is we should be able to get a road out here pretty easily. What I think we may want to do is actually do a road connection through here. Kind of curve it in a little bit up there, and then we'll curve it back into that location. So that's pretty cool. Get that going in here, so we've got a road connection straight there. We'll get that switched on, so at least now we've got room for our sewage treatment facilities. Now if I quickly pop over here, I think we do have some sewage treatment allocated in this location. Just wanted to double check. So we've got, so we are actually getting the sewage water to go out. What are we actually using here? Seems like we have reasonable capacity at this facility. It's a small one over there. But we'll make sure that we place these things regularly. So we will want a sewage outflow, a sewage discharge, a sewage outflow. What is this one? It's a, this is a, well, let's just see what that looks like. Is that a small pipe or what? Does that have any kind of capacity? 8, 10. I'm kind of tempted to do this one instead, right? You use one. Some parts of the building are required to be in water. Can't build this building in water. Some parts need to be in water. That's an interesting one. I think we'll do that. So that gives us 3 of them. We can immediately run like the 3 lines like this, right? So if we go down there, it means that we can actually discharge pretty regularly into that location. So that's okay. Might do a little path down this way. That's fine. We'll do a path to come in here. But I guess that's the starting point of this facility here. So instead of that path, maybe anyway, we'll see. Maybe we'll still use it. Okay, so that's the sewage side of things. So we do have now something where we can run the sewage too. If we look quickly like this, yeah, all of this should quite easily be able to run, I think, quite evenly from really all of this area should be able to run the sewage pipes down here. So what I'm kind of wondering is let's run sewage straight through the middle. And we'll do a nice big section of it. So if we were to do, what's that, right? That's a pretty nice little one there. But what we can do is I think we can get that a little bit, yeah, like this instead, right? So the plan is, right, we'll do, what is the biggest one we can get? It's this one? No, that's not. The biggest one we can get is in fact this one. See that? Yeah, it's all the same sizing, right? So we'll just go at -3 here. And the plan is we will be running in maybe 2 of them from this side and 2 of them from the other side. So I guess that's the plan. We'll do one there. And what was the level? So let's just make sure we're slowly leveling. So this was 8. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're not going to do that. We're going to get rid of this guy so that we can actually move this a little bit lower. I need to end the episode. Okay, so we'll quickly do our main sewage line and then we'll end the episode. We'll grab this one. We'll put it in here at 6 meters. At 5 meters. Right? That should be all good. Be able to flow in there. Then we'll start stepping up here to... Yeah, so we're going to run it here, right? So we'll do something like that. And now we want to move up, right? So what was this level? 7.9. So 7.7 is not going to work. So kind of tempted that we should... No, I think that's probably okay, right? So if we actually move it down here, and then we do... What is that? 7.6. We need to run it as low as possible, to be honest. And not down here, right? Up there. So if we run it straight down the middle here, this should be pretty good, right? So if we go from say here, 10 meters, 10, 9, just under 9, 8.5, 7.7, 7. Hang on, over here, 7.7, 7.1. More trains waiting too long. I need to check that, actually. Let's pause it for a second while we quickly check that. 7. What was the 7.1? We need to drop down here. We need to get to this side. Okay, we'll run it down there. 6.7. And now we're in... Now we've got a bit of a problem. These are a little bit too high. So we need to kind of run it down here. Oh, but we need to bring it back up to 6, right? So we really, from here, 6.6, we want it at 5.8. So we really need it to be kind of here somewhere at 6.3. So we needed something like that to then be able to run all the way to there. Okay, that's okay. What we'll do is we'll quickly... goodness, go underground and delete these 2. They're not quite helping our efforts. Okay, that's fine. And then let's get our piping in there. We'll go with the large ones. We'll do at least 2. Okay, so that should be okay. We'll do that. Come on. Can we snap it a little? We'll do that and tie it in there. Beautifully snapped in. We'll go again around here. Snap it in and go down there. Perfect. So now we're getting reasonable sewage capacity, and we're kind of hugging our contours here. So we're using the topography. Come on. Did not want to be doing that. Can we please get it to work? Yes, we can. Fine. That should be all good. Get that to work there. Now we're going to... That's the middle one, right? Get that one to go in there. Come on. Come on, it needs to be reasonable. Okay, we'll redo this one, please. We just redo that one. Do that. Maybe it's a little bit easier to tie in. There we go. There we go. Tied in nicely there. We'll tie in here. I just want to... I'm pausing it for the moment so we can... come on. Tie it in. Beautiful. And we'll go back this way. I think this should be reasonable. We may have to put pumps in to get it from the bottom. From the lower areas here, right? It should give us reasonable sewage capacity up here. That's good. Oh, there we go. So our primary sewage infrastructure is kind of ready to go here. Okay, we'll do that, and we will... No, not that one. We'll tie in on this side. Beautiful. So that gives us our sewage infrastructure running through here. I think we will have to have pumps to pump up from this side, but that's okay. We can do a range of pumps in here to dump it in from that side. Probably we just need like 2 or 3 of them. Maybe one over here, and one over here to just do a few locations like that. But I guess that will work. We'll open those up. We can start our construction journey with them. Now, let's pop in here and quickly find the trains. Okay, so these trains are waiting too long. That's okay. Any other trains that are waiting? Somewhere over on this side, still waiting here as well. So yeah, we should hopefully be able to get a little bit more effective. No, so this guy is now really bothering me. So what is the nonsense that we're dealing with over here? Let's quickly just clean this out, because this is honestly really bothering me. Let's just do that. Since it's not doing anything, just sort yourself out, please. Fine. Very weird that it doesn't want to go in there. Fine. Now, not all done, but I guess what I'll do is I'm going to just pay for this and for that and for these little slithers that's causing me such a pain. Really. I can't be bothered with this. Now, I guess these are not even under construction. So the trains have all left, and we do need to reassign trains to continue to run around here, basically, is the intent. And actually what we can do is now we can switch these things back on. So at least they're not complete. Oh, they will continue to be problematically linked together. So that's really not going to make much of a difference for us. Okay, guys, what we'll do is Oh, this is all done? Beautiful. These guys are out of fuel. Okay, let's just quickly solve this issue. I guess what's going to happen here, I will just buy a little bit of fuel. All right, let's buy a little bit of fuel so these guys can fill up. And then at the same time, we will stop the fuel because that will let them, they'll be able to fuel up again on the other side, right? So beautiful. So that's okay. They should be working now. Excellent. That's rebuilt and working again. I love it. Okay, guys, I will leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Slowly getting lots of planning done. Let's have a quick look at what's happening in Susselgrad Canal here. Oh, we've got people moved in. And hopefully that means we've got more people arriving here. This is not actually under construction. Or it is under construction, but somehow it's not properly under construction. So let's try and construct a little bit quicker. This should also be properly under construction now. Let's try and make use of that. This should at least have a little bit of biological waste in there for us. Similarly over here, a little bit of biological waste will go a long way there. Okay, good stuff. So we're slowly getting Susselgrad Canal filled up a little bit more. We do need to check our capacities. We haven't seen any further issues here with the traffic, but I guess over here we are now. They've still got a fair bit to go here, and whether we can continue to get people to this area, I think we're in a reasonable spot to keep getting people to the train station, right? Even all the way here, all of these two blocks should be able to go this way. No problem. And then these guys should be able to go that way to feed workers to that side. So that's pretty good, actually. Don't mind it. Don't mind it. Our Susselgrad Canal district on this side is looking really good. That side's still got plenty of capacity. We've got the train station over here. We want to expand that so that we can send more workers in that direction. And then there's a new town coming that we need to pop up in that direction. But I guess before we do that town, we want to do that town over there for the nuclear industry there. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please hit that like button. I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.